good, YouTube? Slender Revolution X here. Today, guys, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break down and do it. I'm gonna entertain this most recently leaked ban list, strictly because I think that this is the most credible and reliable one that you would see out of all the leaked ones. And to me, it makes the most sense. I know a lot of people are bummed about it, but to me, like, it's the most balanced list out of all of them. So like I said, I'm gonna entertain the internet, entertain this guy, whoever leaked this. If it's fake, shame on me. If not, hurrah for everybody. But without further ado, let's take a look at this guy. Wow. Guys, my thing is with these, how come everybody has such shitty, sketchy photos? Like, look at this. This dude literally took no time on a photo that that is literally going to change the face of the game if it's true. Like, did this guy just like kick down some door, run into some dude's table that had this out, and like spy some photos? Like, because shit, James Bond took better photos. Tom Cruise took better photos when he was floating over a heat-sensed floor and shit. Like, that's my first complaint with this. So, I mean, if it's fake, there's a reason. I mean, I guess that it's this shitty. Like, if you want something to be credible, I think you'd want to take it at the best quality it is. So that's that's how I feel about that. Other than that, I mean, it's a pretty solid ban list. I'm pretty excited about playing this format. So push that out of the way. Poof, gone. So what I'm saying is, let's go over it real quick. They banned all the baby dragons. That is awesome. I know a lot of people were kind of upset because they just came out. But when a deck is that good, it needs to be hit. It needs to keep the game healthy. And you need to get rid of cards like that. And like those where you can just instantly... I mean, you've got your monster count straight up from the dragons. And, I mean, as Konami, you can clearly see that they didn't anticipate it to be a singular deck. They wanted dragons to be a splashable kind of card. So I think it's cool that they banned that. I think it's cool that they banned Spellbook of Judgment. Any card that can give you presumably a +9 on either player's turn, I think it deserves to be banned. And I understand people are a little upset about this because it was just released. And I understand it might hurt the sales of Lord of the Tachyon Galaxy, but dude, it needed to be hit. And according to this list, they didn't hit anything else from Prophecy. Like, they didn't hit the Little Magician, so you're looking at a pre-Tachyon Galaxy Prophecy deck, which still was good. And I think nowadays you're going to see High Priestess splash into it a little more, because it doesn't have the Judgment. So yeah, I'm okay with the ban list. That's cool to me. Newly limited, Rooster, Birdman, Abyssteus, Wind-Up Shark, Trishula, Big Eye, Divine Wind of the Mist Valley, Super Juve, and Abyss-Sphere. I'm pretty much okay with everything on this list. Birdman was a little confusing. Divine Wind of the Mist Valley, I haven't read in too much to why that is what it is, why that's limited to one. But let's look at a couple of the other things. Rooster, I mean, Fire Fist has been running rampant on DN and Dev Pro. You guys know that deck is just tier 1 at this point. And I think limiting Rooster is kind of making it fair for everybody. Mermail Abyssteus, that card was ridiculous. It was it instantly paid for itself and was an instant +1 as long as you discarded Atlantean cards. So, I mean, I can see that getting banned. And the fact that it was a level 7 made it ridiculous. Like, that's really what made that card insane. Wind-Up Shark, finally somebody realized that Shark was the balls deep card in Wind-Ups. And on this list, they put Wind-Up Magician to 3. Thank God, because honestly, I think Wind-Up Magician only adds to the consistency of Wind-Ups. And without Wind-Up Shark, you're not going to see dirt plays turn 1 from Magician, because you never really see somebody go off with Magician without having Shark. You know, you don't see those cards. They go hand in hand, and that's why that deck was so good. Trishula is back. You could have seen this coming. Trishula isn't a game-winning card. It's not like its own win condition. It's just a really, really good synchro. And with all the great Exceeds out there, I don't think that you can argue that this is a bad choice. And it's nice to see it come back. Number 11, Big Eye. Yeah, that needed to be hit. I understand that in Dragon Rulers, it was a lot of the time you were going Dracosack. But Dracosack isn't a game-winning card. That card can win games, no problem. And when you get into a Big Eye stealing contest, like, it's so dumb. So I'm glad to see that go to 1. Super Rejuve. Any card that pluses insane in 1 turn needs to be limited. Or at least, needs to be banned, at least limited. So that's why you see Judgment Day, or Spellbook of Judgment, and Super Rejuve here. The new sound and Abyssphere. Let's be honest, it's like a Call of the Haunted from the deck. I think it really needed to be limited before when Mermails were really big, not now. Although I think we could see a rise in Mermails again since they were kind of smacked around by Prophecy and Dragons. So I think it's good to see that limited as well. New semi-limited, Gladiator Beast Bestiari. Gladiator Beast support. And Bestiari really hasn't made an impact since, back when Gladiator Beasts were really, really big. Gorz to 2. This is the only reason that I can see this deck kind of being fake, because Gorz was one of those cards that I'm pretty sure they, emergency limited Gorz to 1. Because multiple of that card is really, really, broken. It gets you a beat stick on the field. Neo-Spacian Grand Mole, this guy, super pumped about that. Helps any rogue deck player, any anti-meta player, any Neo-Spacian player. Come on now. That's awesome. I mean, it was never really ran top tier wise, so you didn't see the purpose of really having it at 1 at this point. Black Whirlwind. It's nice to see cards like that come back. I really don't think Black Whirlwind would hurt being at 3 due to the fact that Wind Up Factory is at 3 and Whirlwind, I think Factory is still a level higher than Whirlwind. So, to me, that's nice to see it coming up. It's nice to see that they're trying to, inch Blackwings back into it without just being like, hey, here's everything, go derp. So, there's that. Newly Unlimited Tsukuyomi, it didn't do anything at 1, didn't do anything at 2, it's probably not going to do anything at 3. The Wind Up Magician, like I was talking about, that's great to see. Advanced Ritual Art didn't do anything at 1, didn't do anything at 2, it's may do something at 3 in some Herald deck, I don't know. That's yet to be seen. E-Emergency Call. Hero players are smiling right now. Diamond Dew Turbo players are smiling right now. It's a generic searcher for heroes which haven't really been in the scene since 2 formats ago, so I'm okay with that. Pot of Duality at 3. Pot of Duality just helps rogue decks and rogue deck players. It's really, really hard to run a slower deck without being able to have that consistency. Next thing is Scapegoats. I'm pretty pumped about Scapegoats, to say the least. I didn't really see a reason for it. Goat Control is a thing of way, way, way long ago, so, it's nice. It'll be nice to test the waters and see if it really, really does anything at 3. I don't think anybody really thinks it's going to, so it's cool to see that. I like to see old stuff come back, and then last but not least, Mirror Force at 3. It didn't do anything at 2, probably isn't going to do anything at 3. It may. Go ahead and prove me wrong, please. But all in all, guys, I think this will lead to a pretty healthy format. You don't really see anything. Mermails can have a big uprising because they still have Lake Dragoons and stuff. So you could very well see Mermails being the same of the very good deck. You could still see Fire Fist being a very good deck because it's not like they don't have the Rooster. It's still there. Let's see what else is in here. Bujin, they knew they could be a good deck. So, I think this is going to be a pretty healthy format. You could see a lot of stuff coming out there in front. With the return of Trishula, people are playing Agents again, which was a really great format, if you ask me. A lot of skill in that format. Bestiari, Gladiator Beast are happy about that. You hit, really, the decks that were trouncing the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! For a long time. Since the release of Tachyon Galaxy, every Nationals has been Prophecy, Dragon Ruler, Prophecy, Dragon Ruler, Prophecy, Dragon Ruler. And we saw it come down in Worlds to Prophecy and Dragon Ruler got the top. So, I think with this list, they did what they needed to do. They hit the babies, they hit Judgment. And I think if this is real, not saying it is, because it is a leaked ban list and the photo is kind of shoddy, and it's really hard to trust the internet, you know what I'm saying? So, it looks pretty solid, to say the least. And, it is the V-Jump, and the V-Jump is pretty reliable, and this person that has put this up is said to be a very reliable source, so we could be seeing the dawn of the next format. And to me, guys, it looks like it's a pretty balanced format. Like I said, I'm pretty excited to play in it. It's not going to be any more of this, you know, as far as I can tell, no more of this 1 or 2 decks that just run the format, and if you don't run those decks, you're not going to get anywhere. So, please, guys, tell me what you think in the comments section below. Thumbs up this video if you liked it. It would really help me out. And as always, guys, subscribe to join the revolution today, and I will see you guys next time. Take it easy.